Hello again, this is again Frank Ibarra, and joining me is Russell Mueller from Progressive Nutrition. And we want to start out these clips by talking a little bit about what a horse's nutrient requirements are, how they were designed to eat, and how their digestive system works. And Russell's going to share a little bit about that, and we're going to relate that again back to a feeding program. Russell, horses really are designed to eat fiber.
Correct, Frank. I mean, the horse was developed over centuries and millennia to be a natural grazer and a continuous grazer on pasture and forages. And when we bring our animals in to whether maybe it's a dry lot or a paddock or a stall, the more we can mimic what they would have been exposed to in Mother Nature, the better off they are. Which means adequate quantities of forage and fiber, whether that's coming from pasture or baled hay.
And that has to do with how a horse's digestive system works, the size of their stomach, how they process feed. They're not really designed to take a big bulk of feed and then live on that for a day.
Correct. I mean, they're designed, their stomach's incredibly small for their size, so they kind of have to have small, frequent meals throughout the day. You know, a horse in a true grazing situation will eat 18 hours a day. So now they're just not eating tons and tons and tons in each hour. They're just small, frequent meals through that 18-hour period. So they have a continuous supply of nutrients coming through into the small stomach and into the small intestine and onto the large intestine.
And that will provide the majority of the calories of a horse's needs, and some of the protein, and a small amount of the vitamins and minerals.
Depend upon the quality of the hay, yeah. I mean, a good quality pasture hay can meet a horse's protein needs, can meet a horse's calorie needs. There's no hay today that can meet a vitamin mineral package, so we always have to add that. But, you know, good quality hays can make our horses look great because it can supply their basic needs of protein and calories.
And then the second thing we do when we're looking at building a feed program for a horse is, after we look at the forage first, is we ensure that their nutrient levels are met through some kind of either a feed or supplement that has the vitamins and minerals that the hay is not providing. And so that's the second component that we look at. And then after that second component, then we feed what I tell people is we feed for a need. So then we feed specifically for calories if a horse is thin. We feed specifically protein if a horse needs more muscle or top line. We may feed specifically for a horse that has a health issue like insulin resistant or Cushing's, or in some cases a senior horse. Yeah. But most people, I don't think, understand that there is a lack of nutrients in the hay. There are nutrients we can add that's beneficial to a horse, and that's that vitamin mineral package.
You're absolutely right, Frank. I mean, the only purpose of anything that's fed in a bucket, whether it's my company's feeds, another company's feeds, or a supplement, is to supply the nutrition that's not being supplied by their hay. And so whether that's a vitamin mineral package, or say they have a poor quality hay that doesn't quite meet the protein and calorie needs of their horse, that has to come through the feed side. And so you're absolutely right. I mean, hay is critical. Hay is the foundation. And the only purpose that the feed brings, which is essential, is to fill that nutrition gap that's not supplied by the hay.
So as we look at that as the building blocks for a feed program, the forage, vitamins, minerals, then feeding for a need, i.e. protein or calories for fat or muscle or a specific health issue, we're going to take that and we're going to look at some different scenarios and recommend what kind of products best meet those needs, and help you understand from different feed tags what a philosophy might be of a company and how that affects what feed you're feeding, and if you're in fact getting what you believe you're getting out of the feed that you're feeding today. So remember this as we go through and talk about some of these different feed and building a feed program. We're going to refer back to this concept of wanting the forage to be the primary diet of the horse, and then adding the additional things that a horse needs. So stay with us and watch the next one.